Hey friends, it's Maddie from the High Road Podcast, and I've got something just for you. I'm giving you a sneak peek into this Monday's upcoming episode, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. This episode is especially for anyone out there parenting alone or simply feeling like you are carrying the weight of it all. I'll be sharing real, raw stories from my journey as a single mom, the moments that nearly broke me, and the ones that built me back stronger. But this isn't just about my story. It's about yours too. I'll be offering powerful, practical advice to help you embrace the season that you're in, show up with strength and consistency, and become the emotionally available parent your child truly needs. You'll leave this episode feeling seen, empowered, and maybe even a little more like the version of yourself you've been trying to get back to. So if you've been craving real talk, deep encouragement, and tools you can actually use, this one's for you. Subscribe now, turn on those notifications, and get ready, because Monday's episode is going to meet you right where you are and help you rise. I'll see you soon, right here on the High Road Podcast.
As a special educator, I sat in on meetings where we zoned in on a child who was struggling in school. And we talked about ways that we could help them. And we talked about, what their background looked like and what home looks like. And if we can get a hold of parents and if parents are supportive. And oftentimes the main focus on some of the hardest kids that we had were the conversations that end up being that, well, this child comes from a single parent household, or this child comes from these parents, and this adult really struggles, and this parent really struggles, and this parent isn't really around very much. But over time, I would sit in these meetings, and when we would talk about how there was an absent parent, or maybe a parent who needed to work very long hours, whether it was a single mom or single dad just trying to make ends meet, or a parent who just really, really tried, but they just didn't know how. And by the end of these meetings, I would be deflated and I would take it personally. I would look at these, experiences that some of these kids had had, and I would be able to connect to their stories. I would be able to make connections as to what my own children were going through and how I was a single mom and the things that I was struggling with. And a lot of the things that we had maybe talked about in those meetings about what was hard or what was hard at home, money. All of those things were hard for me, and I was connecting to it on a personal level. It's okay when our kids mess up, and that is going to build their resilience. Given the right amount of discipline and the right correction and the right connection with you, they will be able to be resilient and understand, what it means to mess up and how they can prevent those mess ups when they get older, when it really, really matters. This life is full of pain and struggle, as we know, and that is okay. We can't walk around and pretend like this world is just perfect and we're perfect people. When we are thinking that we're perfect and that like we have this picture perfect life and everything works out for us, then that's a lot for our children to look at, and then they think that that is their expectation. So it's so incredibly important to normalize the verbiage of like, I know this is really, really hard. Hard is okay. Help them name what they're feeling and remind them that it's not going to last forever. So help them during these times to really be able to create words for how they're feeling. And sometimes there isn't words. Sometimes we need to process, and that's okay. I'm honestly a person where sometimes I need a day to even just like reflect and understand what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it, and then to be able to put words to it. Because it's okay if they can't right away communicate to you. That's a skill, and that takes a lot of time. And so it's so important though to help them be able to verbalize how they're feeling, what they're feeling, communicating with other people, because that's how they get their needs met. When things are really, really hard, their needs still need to be met, and they have to be met in appropriate, logical ways, not acting out as an irrational, crazy person.